Good afternoon or morning, depending on where you're listening from. Welcome to our webinar series on how to maximize your trade show investment. Today, we will focus on getting media attention and the services IHA offers exhibitors to help you reach consumer and trade media before, during, and after the show. Today is January 10th, and that means that 60 days from this moment, the show is going to be in full swing with buyers and media walking the aisles. And if you haven't started your show prep, well, now's the time to start. And hopefully we're going to be able to offer you some information today that will help you get there. I'm Debbie Teschke, the Senior Manager of Public Relations and Communications at IHA. And with me today is Diana Smoljan from my show Public Relations team. The PR team works with me to pitch the consumer media for the show.
Hello, everybody.
We'll take questions during the webinar at any time, so just feel free to use the chat function to submit your questions, and Ginny will break in while we're talking, and we'll answer them in real time. This webinar is being recorded, and we will post it on our website, so you can share it with your colleagues or your PR agency if you have one and they're not listening. You can also go back and review the presentation and get our contact information and anything else that you may have missed during our presentation. You will receive an email in the next day or two with a link to the webinar posting on the website. So now we're going to start, and Diana is going to talk with you a bit about preparation before the show.
The first thing that you need to do, congratulations in signing up and being a part of the show, and actually for being on the webinar too, because the IHA offers so many great opportunities and services to help you make the most of your show. But the big thing there is that unless you put the time and effort in and provide the information, all of those services and opportunities can't help you. So that's what we're really here to talk about today. So first, let's take a minute and talk about creating your PR plan. Setting goals is really an important part of this planning process, just like it is with your marketing plan. It's hard to know where you're going or what strategy to employ if you don't know what you are trying to achieve. As in any planning process, your goals should be specific, measurable, and most of all, attainable. What specifically they are will vary depending on what you and your company are trying to achieve. Another really key point is to use the resources available. The IHA offers opportunities for the media, but to take full advantage of it, you have to do your part and provide the details and information that my team needs to know about your products. And Deb is going to go into more detail about many of those opportunities and forms and information when she's talking about the marketing kit. And it doesn't stop there. The follow-up after the show is very important to seal the deal. Now, in setting goals, ask yourself, what does success look like? Is it increasing the number of consumer impressions or the number of news items or articles appearing online or in publications? Is it media mentions highlighting a particular product or product line? Each or all of these can be shaped into goals. The process should also include determining who to do that. Is it trade press, consumer press, bloggers, online media, or a combination of all of those? What is the message that you're trying to get out there or relay to the audiences? Not only it could not only be new or newsworthy, but it should be why it should care. What makes your product or your situation or your story different? Have, but that you still may need, people hours, etc. Plotting your plan on a timeline is really you're accomplishing each of the items along the way and keeping it on track. Again, the resources that the IHA provides for you can't work if you don't do your part in providing the information that we need. And while you may think right now is really early to be providing new product information and photos and things like that, that's actually when my team is starting to look at that and need it, because we're already working with the media. We'll talk about that in a second. The show PR team supports Debbie in getting coverage and visibility for the show. Aside from myself, there are 5 other team members. And then we have Lisa, who's one of our spokespersons and also our trend and lifestyle consultant. She's been putting together information for the trend press release that we issue, and also for our use in already trying to interest and pitch the media. Lynn Wolf assists Deb and the team, and you may be hearing from her requesting product, asking questions for us, you know, getting full pricing and availability, how it's rated, and information of that sort. On site, we're also fortunate to have 2 junior team members who help us in gathering products and information and setting things up, and pulling information for different reporters that we're working with, and also getting things ready for TV, in studio and live TV shots. So you're probably asking, what is it that we do? Although I'm somewhat involved throughout the year with Deb in PR planning, the team begins working in December and focuses on the show through April. At this time of year, we've been reviewing all of our contacts to make sure that we have the appropriate people. We're looking at trends for the coming year and reviewing new products so that we're equipped to help the press find the story that they want and the products to support it. Or in some cases, convince them that there's a story related to the show that they really, really need to be telling. Deb's going to talk to you in more detail about new products for the media in just a minute, and that I just want to point that out right now, that that's really, really crucial to what we do, and the earlier you get that form filled out, the better. On-site, our job in working with the media continues and really ramps up. We work with all types of journalists, print, online, broadcast, and while the journalist has the ultimate say in the products and stories used, the topics, we work to give as many companies and products visibility as possible. But again, if we don't have your information or know about your product, we can't really help. So early is good. I'm going to switch it back over to Deb now so she can give you a little bit more detail about all the items in the marketing kit and some of the deadlines and how to get that information to us.
Thanks, Diana. On your screen, you see the Exhibitor Marketing Kit that we sent to you back in November, or if your booth was assigned maybe after November, you received it in December. This print booklet is a good guide to all of the services that we offer online, and it's just a way to kind of walk you through that, and we're going to go through all of those services right now. This is the page in the kit that lists all of the media services, and again, complete details and information are on the website. And so to get to the kit on the website, go to housewares.org and then scroll over the show tab at the top, and then you'll see Exhibit at the Show, and you click on that and it will take you to the Exhibitor Resources page here. And then you'll see, scroll down and you see that box that says Key Exhibitor Resource Services, and then click on Exhibitor Marketing Kit, and that will take you to this landing page with all of the services, and everything is kind of grouped under these various tiles. But today we're going to talk about the one called Attract Media, and this is where all of our services are housed. And when you click there, it takes you to this page with all these various different tiles, and that's what we're going to walk through. But first, before I get into those services, I want to take a moment to talk about Housewares Connect 365, or HC 365 as we refer to it all the time. And this is our dynamic online tool that buyers, media, and consumers use to search for products and for companies year-round. Every exhibitor in the show gets a free listing here. It's free. You don't pay anything for it. And in here, you would include your company information, a company description, your product listings, your catalogs. One caution is it is a public site, so if any information that is proprietary, such as pricing, you really don't want to put up here. But all of the information about your company would, you would enter here, and that's where everybody goes to search. And we encourage you to update the listing year-round. So, and best of all, it's free. And why should you use Housewares Connect 365? Well, more than 300,000 searches were conducted by consumers, buyers, and media for the 2017 show. And as of today, we're about halfway there for 2018 already. So if you don't have an updated listing, please get to that as soon as you can. And then listings with catalogs and product images are viewed 75% more frequently than those without. So it's very important to put your product photos up there. We have done a full webinar explaining how to use Housewares Connect 365, how to update your listing, and that is posted on our website, so I'm not going to go into those details. I think it was about maybe a half hour, 45 minutes, so I'd encourage you to watch that webinar sometime so you can understand how to update your listing. Then when the media go to Housewares Connect 365, they can create a briefcase, as anybody can on 365, but in their briefcase, they will have a special keyword search listing that includes a couple of things that isn't in the buyer's keyword search. One is the special events demonstrations, which is called in-booth appearances in the other search words, and then also new product information for news media. And that is very important, as we'll talk about in a few minutes. Those are the new product listings that you enter that only the media can see through their briefcase, through their search. So if you go to HC365, if you've entered some listings and you type in your company name and you look up your listing, you're not going to see those new product listings that you entered through this service. Only the media will see that. Housewares Connect 365 also fuels our show mobile app, and that everything that, when you search the app, everything that's in 365 is on that app. So buyers and media will be walking the show floor and using that to search for exhibitors, to look for new products. If they have a briefcase and if they saved company information or products in that briefcase, they can access that through the app. So once again, it's very important that you update your listing. The app is available now for download. Just go to m.housewares.org and you can download it on your device as well. So now we're going to get into the services for the media. The 2017 show generated over 375 million consumer impressions in the news media last year. And you may wonder, what is a consumer impression? What we do is for all of the coverage, whether it's consumer or trade, we take the total Nielsen viewer numbers for the broadcast for radio and TV, and then the audience numbers that we get from the monitoring services for any print or website coverage, viewer numbers or audience numbers that websites post, and then we just add that up, and that's how we get a consumer impression. Now, some of you may be working with an advertising or a PR agency, and they may use a multiplier, such as 3, because they think, well, a magazine gets passed along to people. More than one person is looking at it. But we don't do that. Our numbers are pure. So as you can tell, the show does generate a lot of coverage throughout the year. And I mean, that coverage isn't just, in the few weeks after the show. I'm still seeing articles as late as November and December that were from coverage from the show last March. And we want you to be part of that. It's our job to help you. And so by taking advantage, I think, of some of the services we're going to talk about, it will enhance your chances of being part of this coverage. As we've done, if you've listened to our other marketing webinars, we talk about our services before the show, during the show, and after the show, and we will do that again today. These are some of the services we offer that you will need to do before the show to help you reach the news media, and we're going to go through them individually. The first one is our show preview press event, which is next week in New York. This is a great way to jumpstart your PR efforts. I do have, by this time I'm usually closed. I had a few last minute cancellations on Monday, which were very disappointing, but if you do want to participate, contact me right after this webinar and we can get you signed up. I need to get you signed up right away. Right now we're expecting over 70 consumer and trade media to attend. We've had RSVPs from Wall Street Journal, ABC News, The Today Show, Reuters Thompson, Better Homes and Gardens, Real Simple, Hearst Design Group, which is House Beautiful, Elle Decor and Veranda, Cosmopolitan, Domino, Real Simple. A lot of bloggers are coming. So the companies that participate are going to get some great exposure before the show and have face-to-face contacts with these media. As the PR team also reviews the listings, you know, the products that are going to be in the event. We do a product catalog for the event that we give the media, and my team is going to be reviewing those listings, and then you may be contacted. We may want some of those products because, as Di said, the media are wanting to know now in January. When she's working with the Today Show producers, they're asking now in January what's going to be new at the show, and the press event is one way for us to find out about the new products. Our next press event will be in June in New York City, and I will be sending that information out after the show. Like you, I know you're all busy getting ready for the show. We are too, so we'll focus on that right after the show. This is what the press events look like. Everybody gets a table, the media come and walk around and stop and talk with you, and it's an opportunity to explain your products, explain your company, and demonstrate them. Then we have the media list, and right now the 2017 final registration list from last year's show is up there. It is on the same page as the buyer list, so you will need your company ID and seniority number to download the list from the login page. If you are a PR agency listening with us today and you don't have the media list, please ask your client to get it for you. We cannot give you the logins because they are confidential to the exhibitor, the company ID and the seniority number, so they can only be shared with the company personnel themselves. So either ask them to, you know, get the list for you, or you know, they can ask us if they don't have their ID numbers and then download it. The 2018 pre-registered media list will be available in mid-February. Once we get a nice registration list going, we'll probably have a couple of hundred names on that list, and then we'll upload it for you to download to see who's coming for 2018. The 2017 list has over 400 media who've registered. We identified the type of media that they are, whether they're broadcast, consumer, print, trade, internet, or a blogger. So that helps you identify who's there. We encourage you to use this list to pitch for the show. And in looking at the list, because there's over 400 names on there, kind of hone in on who you want to see, who you want to attract, and who you want to pitch. Realistically, not everybody is going to be interested in your product. You may have something in, for the kitchen, and somebody is looking, an editor might be interested in the home organization and storage. It's just like the buyers. You need to pinpoint who you want to pitch to. And best of all, this list is free, and so we encourage you to get that down as soon as possible and start using it. Next, we have the Traveling Media Tour, and this is another way to promote your products to consumers through in-studio TV segments that we book across the country. We usually go to about 10 to 15 markets, and we have a couple of reporters, and they go in, and these are done as news segments on the morning or noon news programs, or maybe afternoon programs, and you get category exclusivity. So if you sign up and you have coffee makers, if you want to participate, you would be the only one with a maker in the event. Right now we have about 4 spots left. This is a fee-based service. The cost is usually about $8,000 to $10,000. So we do understand that the smaller exhibitors may not be able to take advantage of it, won't have it in their budget. This would be for maybe a larger or medium-sized company, but it's done by a third-party vendor. If you're interested, please give Gigi a call or an email right away. Also, this is the only tour that is officially endorsed by IHA. You may be solicited by other media companies saying they're doing the official Housewares media tour, or they're going to do a satellite media tour from the show for Housewares. I don't know about those. I haven't been contacted by anybody, and we don't give our blessing to other media companies. This is the only one right now that we do sanction. If someone does contact you and you want to know if they're legit or not, contact me. If I've heard of the company, I can, tell you about them. But as I said, our traveling media tour with Newsmark is the only one that we sanction. And the deadline is January 31st, but the sooner you can contact Gigi if you're interested, the better, because she's going to start pitching this to the TV stations. So now, you say, Deb, I've looked through the media kit. We've had it for a couple of months. I've been to the website. You offer an awful lot of services. We're a small company. Either you're a new company, inventor, you don't have a big staff, you don't have a PR person on staff, or you don't know how to write. And you want to get, you said, what is the one service that we can take advantage of to get our, bang for our buck with the media? And that's the new product information for the news media form. And as Diana mentioned, the team reviews these listings. These are the ones that go in your Housewares Connect 365 listing, and only the media can see them. And that's the important thing, because we want to know about your new products. And I know a lot of companies are very hesitant to enter their new product information in 365 because they're afraid, their competitors are going to see it, buyers are going to see it. They're having an official launch at the show and they don't want any word out about it beforehand. But you have to understand, the media, they're not going to write about it now. They may write about it during the show or after, but they need to know now. And so that's why we've created these listings to be viewed only by the news media through their briefcase. And they're free. If you have 50 new products, you can enter 50 listings. The deadline for this is February 9th, which is a month before the show. Realistically, you can enter the listings at any time, but the sooner you do, the more exposure you will have, and my PR team will be able to see them and possibly be able to include them in trends that they're pitching to the media. So it's, it's something that we ask you not to wait until March 9th to do. Do it now and help us out. There's
Deb,
2 ways to enter. Yes.
Sorry, Deb, I was just going to add, everything you said is, I endorse 110%. The other thing I would say is that a picture's worth 1,000 words. So please, please, please include photographs with the new products for the media.
Yep, definitely. As you said with 365, the more visual information you have up there, the more likely it's going to be clicked on. Now, there are 2 ways to enter these listings. One is through the marketing kit, and the other is through the Update Your Company listing in the exhibitor portal. This is the tile on the marketing kit. Just click on that and it'll take you to the page. This is, if you're in your Housewares Connect 365 entry portal, just scroll down to the box where it says additional marketing opportunities, click on new products for the media, and it will take you back to the marketing kit. So you don't need to have your company ID and seniority number to enter this information. We've tried to do this to make it easy because a lot of the agencies are doing this for their clients. This is the page on the marketing kit that kind of explains about the listings and the value and the benefit of them. And then all you have to do is scroll down to that box, enter your company name, and then when it should pop up is this your company? The company name, it'll say, is this your company? Click on that and it will take you to the entry page. Now this is the entry page and there's a lot of information that we ask for here, but only the product name, description, and photo are visible to the news media. The other information is for the PR team's use only. We ask for a contact name, a contact email, a phone number, then you have the product name and the product description, and I would keep them kind of concise. I would say maybe 100 words or so. Then we ask for unique features, why the consumer should buy your product rather than the competition. And again, that is for my team's use. So when they're trying to explain a product to the media, they will know what the benefits and what the features are of it. That information is not visible in your listing at all. Also, how is it best demonstrated? And we ask that because if we select your product for a TV segment and it's not something readily apparent how it's used, such as a peeler or a product that's a fry pan or something, tell us how it's best demonstrated and what kind of props are needed for it. And then we ask for the price and the market availability because those are questions that we get from the media as well. Then you choose a category under which it's listed. When the media do the search for this in 365, when they click on new product information for media, the list of all of these categories comes up and then they choose which category they want to search, and then all of the listings that are under that category pop up for them. And then we ask you to add an image. And again, you can only add one image, but it's very important because when the listing comes up and if there's no picture, the media is not going to know what the product is. Sometimes just from the product name, it's not very apparent. One note, when you upload your image, please do not put any special characters or underscores in the file name. The system will not accept it. When you click Add Image, the image should appear on the web page for you. If it doesn't, if you just get a box with a red X, that means it did not load properly. Please go back and look at the file name and make sure that there isn't anything, weird in the file name. It's just pure text, no special characters or anything, and then try again. And if you're still having problems, please give me a call or shoot me an email, and I will try and figure out the problem for you. And again, these listings are free. You can enter as many as you can. You can only choose one category for the product, but if you have 10 cleaning products, you can list them all in 10 different listings. And then again, here is 365 where the media comes to search for those. They'll click on new products information for the news media. Now, after what's new at the show, that's the most frequent question I'm asked. The second most frequent question is who's going to be there? The media and other exhibitors and other attendees want to know who's going to be at the show. They want to know who the celebrities are, any celebrity chefs, any special events. The special events and product demonstrations listing is the way that you do that. And we ask you to enter those, obviously, before the show. The earlier you enter them, the better. But the media and buyers can search in 365. So this is where you'll put your in-booth demos, any special events, a celebrity in your booth, or if you're having your designer, because sometimes buyers are looking for designers. Buyers do see these listings too. Anybody who goes to 365 can see these listings. And they're free, so you can enter as many as you can. And again, we've tried to do it the same way as the new product information for media in the marketing kit. When you go to the page, all you have to do is enter the company name, and then it'll pop up, and then you can enter the information so your PR agency can do this for you. No special logins are needed. Now I want to take a moment and talk about trade publications. A lot of our focus and your focus is on consumer media and attracting that consumer media. But don't forget the trade publications. They're important too because it's where the buyer goes to find new product information. The buyers read all of the trade publications such as Home World Business, HFN, kitchenware news, gourmet retailer, gourmet business, and the others. So you really want to keep them in your focus as well. And on the marketing kit, we offer a few services to try and help you do that. First, we have a listing of all the editorial contacts for the publications. So please download that list or copy it and use that in your pitching. Make sure you include those editors as well. And second is new product news. And a lot of the publications, they want to know about your new products as well. They do either special show issues, HFN, Homeworld, and Kitchenware News do show dailies, and so they like to have the new product listings there. You will start to see in their emails, they'll start doing a call for new product information for the Housewares show. This is a free editorial opportunity, and we strongly encourage you to take advantage of this. We have for the trade publications of the U.S. publications and international publications, we have a listing of their submission requirements on the website, and then also a link who to send it to, an email who to send it to, and their criteria for what they want from you. So make sure you take advantage of this, because again, it's free. It's a free opportunity, and I know that's really big. It's not going to cost you a thing. But if you do want to pay for advertising in a publication, we do give you a list of all the advertising deadlines for the trade publications and the contact information, and that's up there as well. Now I'm going to take a minute and talk about online press kits. Some people don't want to do a paper press kit or a digital press kit or a thumb drive or a CD. They want to go online. So we have partnered again with Virtual Press Office and Cision PR Newswire for an online press room, and they offer several packages so any company can take advantage of the service, even a smaller company. This is a paid service, you do have to pay for it, but I think it offers a lot of benefit and a lot of opportunity. It's up there, throughout the year. It's not like it comes down May 1st after the show. It's up there probably through next October. The media can download the kits and the press releases and the information anytime. They can do it from their offices before the show, or if they missed a company, they can go there after the show and download the information as well. And VPO will help you reach the key media. They will make announcements to their media list, and they'll also send to the registered media that we have that the press room is up there, and the companies that have kits up there, so they're trying to help with your exposure. You have 24/7 visibility, 365 days a year, and as I said, they have some packages starting as low as $3.99. So they're trying to reach every budget. They also offer other services with PR Newswire for wire distribution and all that information, and that is all available on the page. So to get there, when you click on the press kit information tile on the marketing kit, just click on online press kits, and then that'll take you to this page with the information, and then the link where it says secure your online press kit. Just click there, and that'll take you to the virtual press office page with the details and the pricing and everything, and you sign up through them. Now I want to talk about a couple of services during the show that we have to help you. And the first is the Show News Center. That is the headquarters for the media. That's where I reside during the show, and Diana and the PR team. We're all there. We're there beginning Wednesday before the show, so setting up. So if you come to set up your booth, please stop by, and love to give you a tour of the press room and show you the services and how we set up and how we help the media. We're located in room S401, which is on level 4 of the South Building. And we will also put out your press kits for you for free in the News Center. All you have to do is send us 75 to 100 kits. Your kit should include your press release, photos, catalog sheet, contact information, and we put them up for free. And then we will also ship the kits back to the news media's offices after the show. We give them boxes to pack up the kits, and that's one of the first things that they do when they come to the news center is they'll start going through the kits and packing them up, and then after the show closes, we ship them back to their offices. Now, I cannot ship your extra press kits back to you, unfortunately, so if you do want to come on Tuesday before the show closes and ask if we have any kits left, we're very happy to give them back to you because I know you spend a lot of money putting these kits together, and anything that's left on Wednesday when we're tearing down after the show, everything gets tossed. So I'd like you to come back and get your kits. And in the news center, we also have a product preview room for the media where we will display products that we request from you via the new product information for news media forms. Or if you want to bring us some of your new products during the show, bring them to us during move-in and explain them to us. We're happy to put them in there for you. And again, we can give you a tour of that room if you stop by. The deadline for getting your press kits to me in the news center is Friday, March 9th. Details for shipping them to McCormick Place are on the show news center page in the marketing kit, or you can drop them off when you come to set up your booth. I do have some companies that will bring them Saturday morning, and I want you to know that the media start coming at 8 o'clock in the morning. So if you don't bring me your kits until noon or 1 o'clock on Saturday, you've missed a window of about 4 or 5 hours of the media seeing your information. So if you need to bring them to me Saturday morning, please do so early. Otherwise, we'd really like to have them by the close of day on Friday so we can be all set up Saturday morning when the media comes. This is what the news center looks like. This is how we put out the kits. We put them in plastic bins, and we put them out alphabetically by company. So it's very important that you put the company name on the front of your kit, maybe your booth number, and also an image. Put something visual. Put your product line, a picture of your product line, or a picture of your product on there. Don't just do a plain cover with no information, because we have to open it up and see who the company is to try and figure out where it goes, and the media will have to do the same thing as well. Make it easy for them. Put your name on the front of the kit. And as you can see, we offer lunch for the media during every day of the show, and a place for them to sit and work, and computers. So please come by and see us. We can take any type of press kit. We can do a paper kit, a folder, or an envelope, CD drives, and thumb drives. We have bins that can accommodate any size. Now, if you are a small company and you don't know how to write a press release, you don't have a PR or a communications person, or you aren't working with an agency, we do offer a service that will write a press release for you. It's very reasonable. It's $99 per release. It's done by a third-party vendor. It's called My Press Release Writer, and all you have to do is answer a few questions during online about your product, about your company, about where you are at the show, your booth number, that sort of thing. And in 48 hours, you're going to get a very well-written Word document press release, and it is yours to keep. You can post it on your website. You can post it in your Housewares Connect listing. You can print it on your letterhead for a printed press release. If you do purchase an online press kit, you can use it as the press release for that. So we want everybody to take advantage of having some type of materials. And if you don't have the resources on your own to write a press release, we're happy to help you with this service here. The deadline to do this is February 24th. I mean, if you do contact the vendor after that, I'm sure she'll be able to help you. She will also do some media distribution. I know some of our Inventors Corner companies and the smaller companies will ask her to send out the press release. I provide her with our media registration list so she can do that for you, so you can even talk with her about that. Now I'd like to take a moment and talk about the news media at the show and how we classify the media. Media have a blue badge. They have a blue stripe across the bottom of their badge, and then it will have the type of media printed on there. And we segment the media into 4 different classifications. You have news media, which is your traditional print, broadcast, and trade publications, or, TV stations, radio, magazines, newspapers. What the publications you think of or media outlets when you think of news media. Then we have internet media, which are news websites or internet-only based publications. And then there's bloggers. And this year, we're trying to qualify because we get so many people trying to register as a blogger and wanting to come to the show. So this year, bloggers now have to have 10,000 to 50,000 followers and subscribers through their media channels. So this would be mommy bloggers, foodie bloggers, anybody who says, hey, I'm a blogger. But if they don't have 10,000 to 50,000, if they have under 10,000, we're not going to give them news media credentials this year. And then we've added a new category called social media influencer. And this is for the people, the very high quality people who have 50,000 followers and subscribers across their channels. This would be the YouTube influencers, the influencers that we work with on Inspired Home. They have over 100,000, or some people have millions of subscribers to their YouTube channels. But we've added this category this year to take care of them. Now, the social media influencer, because they do such high quality work and they do a lot of work, they may talk to you about sponsorships. That's how they provide, how they pay for their sites and everything. So at IHA, I know our philosophy is that publicity is free, that if somebody asks you to pay for a story or for a video or anything, if they ask you to pay for play, we don't consider that media. But in the new world of social media and these social media influencers, we understand that is, they kind of wear both hats. So we're saying it's okay. If a social media influencer comes to you and talks to you about their product, obviously we'd love them to write about you or do a video about you for free. But if they also talk to you about a partnership or a sponsorship, that's okay. I'm not going to take away their media badge. But if somebody else does come to you, if some, magazine or internet website comes to you and they say, oh, we'll film a video, we have this video channel and we'll film it, but you have to pay a production fee, that is not news media to us. Please let me know, and I will be happy to, if I can change their badge during the show, I'll do it. Otherwise, for 2019, we'll make sure that they do not get news media credentials. And after the show, when you do get the 2018 media list and you're going through it and you recognize some names of people who may have come to your booth and they, asked you to pay to play, so to speak, pay for coverage, then please let me know, and I will flag them for the following year and not let them have media credentials. We do have a trade guest classification for the advertising and sales side of publications. One is called Trade Publications, Sales and Marketing, and they will have a clear badge. The consumer publications, sales and marketing will have a yellow stripe on their badge, and it'll say Consumer Publications, Sales and Marketing. Those are the advertising people, so that you know that they're going to come in and they're going to try and sell you advertising. We do not allow them in the news center. We do not allow them access to your press kits. That is something that we just established 25 years ago. We stopped allowing the advertising people into the news center because I know you work hard for your press information. You want the editors to have it. The worst thing is you put together a press kit and a salesman comes walking into your booth with your press kit and says, oh, I see what this great product you have. Why don't you buy advertising in my publication? That's not why you put the material together. Now, some of you may work with PR agencies, others of you may not. If you are interested in working with an agency, please contact me. I have a list of all the Housewares related agencies that I've worked with over the years. I know these people. A lot of them are good friends. I've known them for a long time, 15, 20 years, and they do very good work for their clients. And, they've all had Housewares clients. And, I'm happy to share it with you. They will work with any type of budget. They know I have this list. They know that the exhibitors will be asking for agencies sometimes. So they know that I share their names with you. So please contact me, and I'm happy to share this list with you. Now, we want to talk a little bit about your planning after the show. About 4 weeks after the show, you will receive an email, or the show contact will receive an email saying that the buyers and media lists are available post-show. We encourage you to go there and download that list. This will be a list of everybody who attended the 2018 show. It's free, and we want you to do your follow-up with them and also use this as your year-round pitching list. And then another reminder is to update your Housewares Connect listing throughout the year. In June and July, I will receive a call or an email from an editor asking about what new products came out this year. I will send them to Housewares Connect 365 to search. So make sure that you update that throughout the year. And then lastly, we will have another press event in June. This is another opportunity for you to meet the consumer media in New York and show them your new products coming out for the second half of 2018 and that all-important holiday selling season in the fourth quarter. So now, do we have any questions? Wow.
No, Deb, we do not have any questions at this time.
Wow, this is great. Well, I hope we've been thorough, and this means that we've answered all of your questions. But if we haven't, please feel free to contact Diana or me, the next couple of weeks. I'm happy to answer them and work with you. And once again, I want to remind you that this webinar has been recorded. We will post it on our website and send you a link so that you can, refresh yourself and watch it again, or share it with a colleague, or share it with your PR agency. And we wish you a very successful International Home and Houseware Show, and we will see you in about 7 weeks. Thank you.
Thanks for coming.